listeners. Welcome to Plano's Political Pitbull Podcast. I am Esther.
And I'm Ruth.
And today we will be discussing some Plano issues. But first, Ruth, do you have any chronic pain?
I feel like you've asked me this before.
No, I have not asked you this specific question before.
No.
Well, if you ever do have chronic pain, please consider going to Southwest Pain Management. Southwest Pain Management takes care of most chronic pain without pain pills. Their goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. They are also the world's leading long COVID experts. Dr. Groisman sees people from all over the world to treat their long COVID. Southwest Pain Management is in Plano. Please go to their website, reliefbeginshere.com. Reliefbeginshere.com to see all that they do. So first up, a while back, we reported that Plano Independent School District sold 3 of their schools to the city of Plano. They sold Davis, Armstrong, and Foreman. Now, Foreman will be torn down, and a new firehouse will be built there. The question now is what to do with the other 2 properties and the other 2 schools. So the city had a gathering of the residents in the neighborhoods where these schools are. And at this meeting, the city had a large poster board with 4 rows and 4 columns on it with this question: how do you feel about each type of housing? And in column A were the choices of the housing. So in the first row, there was single-family detached housing. In the second row of column A, there were patio homes. The third row, townhomes, and the fourth row, duplexes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
They want to turn the school into housing.
Well, the idea is to knock down the school.
Yes. They want to turn what the property the school is on into housing.
That is what they're asking the residents. Do you want this?
No, they're asking what type of housing.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's still housing.
Yes.
The thing I'm not really worried about, but more questioning is if you have more housing and more people move to the area, and let's say they bring their kids, didn't we just create a problem of crowding schools?
Well, that is what one person asked while there.
Because you got rid of a school, and now you're adding more people into the area.
Yes.
So, isn't this counterproductive?
I would think so, yes. So, you didn't hear what each column was. I told you what each row said. Now we have to tell you what each column said. So in column A was the types of houses. In column B was the words, I want this type of housing. Column C said, I'm fine with this type of housing. And then column D said, I don't want this housing.
Okay, it's still polling everyone what type of housing they want.
Right. Well,
that has not changed.
No. But interestingly, I have a picture of this board, and I will post it on our website. Thanks to Cody Weaver for the picture. So I will post the picture on our website, www.planospoliticalpitbull.com, because a picture is really worth 1,000 words.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yes. So the results were quite overwhelming. And the residents did not want any housing at all. Okay? One reason given was the property is in a flood zone. So they said, why would you put houses there when Davis, they're talking about Davis here specifically, Davis is in a flood zone. So you shouldn't put houses there because they're going to get flooded. So other people suggested a park, green space, community garden, wildflowers, trees, a dog park, a skate park, a rec center. And then one person asked, why close Davis for roll enrollment, then build more houses? Just exactly what we said, right? I mean, if you're going to build houses, then you're going to need a school for those kids to go to.
Can I describe this picture?
Yes, you can describe the picture.
Okay. So it's a picture of the chart, and the answer is quite obvious. So townhomes and duplexes got no dots whatsoever. There was absolutely nobody that wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
Patio home got like 3 I want and 2 I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
And single family, this one was the only one with a fighting chance. Got quite a few I want or I'm fine. Now, if we go to I don't want this, it is flooded with dots in every category.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The answer is obvious. There's a sticky note at the bottom saying, out of dots. Think the answer is obvious. Like, they ran out of dots, and they're all crowded in the same column.
Yes. The dots are the stickers of red dots that they had to put their choice. And the choice is the answer is quite obvious.
Yeah, there are things written that says more parks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no houses, no apartments, more parks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people want parks.
We don't need another park. Okay? I'm sorry. We really don't. Now,
I'm just saying, it seems like they want that.
I know, but we do not need, Lord knows we do not need another park. I think I have listed on the website how many parks and trails Plano has. It's got plenty. So then the next picture is of the comments, and this is where I saw what people were asking for.
There's community garden.
Mm-hmm, I said that.
Expand park.
Yeah.
Not add more. Not adding one. Just expanding it.
There is probably a playground at this school, so I think that is what they're talking about.
Green space, walking trail, more trees, bigger park. No private school, extend park. Like, a lot of people want a bigger park.
People.
I'm seeing, like...
Go on the website. We've got like
I'm seeing a
40
pattern.
parks.
I'm seeing a pattern.
You're seeing a pattern, yes.
Yes.
The pattern is they want more open space.
The pattern is open space.
Yes. That's the pattern. What specifically they want to do with that open space is really in question here. But definitely they want flowers, trees,
Nature.
They want nature. They don't want any more housing.
No concrete.
One person did say a shopping mall. like shop in retail. One person I saw that.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's not easy to read this poster that they put all of their comments on.
It's like one of those clusters, where everything's kind of crowded around, and you kind of have to pick out certain words.
Yeah. So Armstrong, so that was Davis. Moving on to Armstrong. Armstrong is already zoned for single family. But it looks like the people who live near Armstrong, they don't want houses either. They had their own little comment board, and they don't want houses either of any kind. Oh, that was the board where they said shopping center. So the comments on the board for Armstrong were a park, a senior center, which we don't need that either, a skate park.
Maybe they don't really have one in that area, and they want one.
We have one in Plano. How many?
I know, but I said in that area, that they could walk to or something.
No. A playground, a shopping center, a community center. Again, we do not need another rec center. We don't need any more recreation in Plano, okay, guys? We are good on that. We don't need another library. We do not need another structure. I am all for leaving it to green space, planting some trees, and just leaving it to Mother Nature to take care of. And be done with it? Great. If that's the consensus, wonderful. People can run around on the grass and play ball or something. But
just add
parks need maintenance.
Just add some nets and you're good.
No nets. No. Parks require maintenance. Maintenance require money. Okay.
What about the trail idea?
Again, that requires maintenance because to Plano, trails mean like a concrete sidewalk in nature. A trail to me means a dirt trail, but anyway, that requires maintenance, which requires money, so I'm a no on that. Now, interestingly,
she's cheap.
I am cheap. I'm cheap, yes. We have that already, yes. Can we have something we don't have now?
Yeah, but you gotta drive there.
Okay. They also wrote what they didn't want. No apartments, no houses, no multifamily. So they don't want any housing either. It's quite interesting because we could use some single family houses.
I think the reason is because they don't want more population.
I think so.
We're getting too crowded. And more housing equals more population equals more traffic.
Yeah. That would be my guess too. So they're pretty clear. They've given you a roadmap, Plano. Are they going to follow it? So,
they better. It's pretty clear nobody wants housing.
Yeah.
Nobody.
They do not.
We had a few for the single-family home, but overall,
nope.
Don't want it.
Don't want it. Now, I have a suggestion. I have an idea on what to do with these schools. It's a crazy idea.
Is it one you've already mentioned?
No, it is not. It is a revolutionary idea. Okay? I think Plano should sell to somebody who wants to use the schools, wait for it, as schools. I know, shocking. Sell a school to somebody who wants to open up a school. It could be a nice Jewish school. It could be a, charter school. It could be a nice, fancy, expensive private school. But it's already a school. So let somebody buy it who wants to open up a school. Doesn't that seem kind of obvious to you?
Well, didn't they close that school because of quote unquote low enrollment?
Yes, but actually, sadly, a lot of people are going to charter and private schools. That's one of the reasons why we have low enrollment. Also, I had heard from a source that there was interest in an Orthodox school being used was one of these schools, Orthodox Jewish school. Now, that is not going to give competition to the private school, the public school, because the Orthodox, they don't go to the public schools. And right now, maybe some of the Jewish kids in Plano will want to go to this private school to get out of Plano public school because of the anti-Semitism there.
If they can afford it, I mean, it's not cheap.
No, it's not. But a lot of times they will give you discounts based on your income.
Yes.
So that's
not
always a nice thing.
Not everyone was rich at the Jewish private schools.
Yes. No, they were not. So there's an idea. I mean, it's a school. If they sold it with the school furniture in it to Plano, sell it with the furniture. I mean, it's not like Plano schools will have any use for it. The furniture, I mean. Mm-hmm. So
I don't think they're thinking about that, though. I don't even think they're toying with the idea.
I said originally, don't sell or tear down the schools. I said Plano ISD should rent the buildings out to somebody who wants to open up a daycare center or a preschool, or somebody who wants to use a classroom as a studio. We talked about that, And Councilman Levine, he wants his art center. Well, here you have a studio space for the artists. They can use it as that.
And lo and behold, all they can think of, they're so creative. All they can think of is more housing.
Yeah.
How creative.
I said, don't sell the schools. Rent out the buildings, because population is a cyclical thing. Okay, it goes up, it goes down. We are in a downward slant now.
Well, like you said, part of that is because people are just taking their kids out of public schools.
Also, we have people who are empty nesters staying in their larger homes, not moving out. Eventually, they will move out.
It's rarely ever one thing.
They will move out to the graveyard, or they will move out to a nursing home or with their family. But eventually, they will sell those. Those houses will be sold. So the child population will rise again in Plano, and then you will literally have nowhere for those kids to go. So yeah, then they're good.
Now we have to build another school. Well, we had one, you tore it down.
Exactly. I've told this story. It happened in my school district when I was growing up. They tore down a school because the school population dropped. 15 years later, all of a sudden, the old folks moved out and new families moved in. And lo and behold, they needed that school again.
Oh, well, 15 years later, that's way too far in the future to think about. We only know how to think of the short term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That's why I said rent it out. But no. Does anybody listen to me? No. But the residents are pretty clear in the neighborhood what they want. Or actually, they're clear about what they don't want.
Well, they're also pretty clear what they want. Greenery.
Yes, they want nature. So if you really want to demolish the building, which again, I don't recommend demolishing the building. But if you really do, just plant some grass there and leave it alone. And let nature take its course. So,
But we can't just leave land unused.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm being them for a second.
Well, that would be my question to them. Why not?
That's about as far as I could think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's about as far as they think.
I think Davis being in a flood zone, you shouldn't put houses there. Actually, I'm not quite sure why anything is there because it's in a flood zone. But definitely houses should not go there. So
Well, maybe that's part of the reason why everyone's like, no housing.
Yeah. Green space would be a beautiful idea because then the water, the grass will soak up the water.
Right, less runoff.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted. I don't know if with this city council, I do not know if they're going to listen to the people.
I have my doubts.
I have my doubts too. So, moving on. A few episodes back, I said I wanted to do a show on the meaning of fascism or the doctrine of fascism because I believe that people are using that word incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
You keep using that word, but I do not think you know what that means. So after watching 2 documentaries, a whole bunch of videos, short videos, and reading The Doctrine of Fascism by Mussolini himself.
That's a good source.
That is a good source. I feel I am ready, and our next episode will be on the meaning and the doctrine of fascism. Now, a while back, we told you that the city council had a retreat. And we had a person in there who taped it again because they refused to televise it. So I listened to the recordings. And they are some of the most boring things I've ever heard, actually. But I listened. I stayed with it, folks, for you. And really, it was basically a training session, an all-day training session for the city council.
You know, like one of those staff trainings?
Yes, except they're not staff.
Yeah, but that's what it was, basically.
Yes, it was also a lot of almost like team building.
Yeah.
And there was only, I think, a couple of things that I got out of it. First of all, the trainer, he and his partner said that they had never seen such a aligned council. Now, this worries me.
Council and staff.
Yeah, council and staff. This worries me because if everyone is in agreement, that means there is nobody speaking for the other side. And I have seen that in the meetings. There is nobody speaking up for the opposite argument. This concerns me very much because you have a portion of the population who do not agree with everything that the council is doing. You need somebody there. You need a voice there who is going to be a devil's advocate, so to speak, who is going to represent the other side. I definitely do not like that they are so in sync. It's like they all have one brain and they're all connected to one big hive mind. Think of the Borg.
Yeah.
All of our Star Trek people. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like, yes, I agree with so-and-so. I agree with so-and-so too. I agree with her too.
It's probably why nobody talks.
Does anyone disagree?
It's probably why nobody talks, because they all don't really have anything to say. They all agree with each other.
Yeah. This is not good. You need the yin and the yang. You need that balance.
So then that duty falls on to the residents, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Problem is if they're already in agreement, the odds are they're not going to change their mind. And yes, I did say mind as in singular.
The hive mind.
So that was pretty much the biggest problem I had with it. The other problem I had is, how much did this cost us?
Oh, I don't know that.
I don't know that either. That's why I'm asking. Because he was there almost as like a, you all should be singing from the same hymnal, but you should still be asking questions and discussing things, which is kind of counterproductive here. You can't have it both ways. Either you're all going to sing from the same hymnal or you're not.
Yeah, it kind of had this thing where it was kind of contradictory. Or it was like, you want to be like this, but you also want to be this way. And it's like, which way do you want it? I think he was trying to say, like, there's a happy medium, but I don't think he was articulating that very well. Like, how do you find that medium?
Yeah, no, he was not.
It's like, I understand what you're saying, but how do you do that?
Yeah. Now, he did say you can disagree, but you don't have to be disagreeable. And that's true. You can disagree. Somebody could just sit up there and say, I'm voting against this because, and say why. But you don't have to be disrespectful and you don't have to be disagreeable. So I did not like this training at all. I really, really didn't like it at all, and felt like it probably cost a lot of money. And this person, this is his job, this trainer. He goes around and he talks to boards and councils and government bodies about how to get people to work together. I wonder if he's ever gone to Congress. Now, there is a branch that could use some team building. Because while they will never agree with one another, they can at least not be disagreeable. Alrighty. So that was all for that. Big waste of time, in my opinion. Moving on to our very important dog. We still have Mr. Zeusy.
Zeusy.
Zeus.
Zeus is a friendly boy about 5 years of age. It's going to be 6 by the time he gets adopted, it seems like. I swear that number is going to change. He's a smart dog who will make a great companion for you. He's a playful dog who was never claimed by his owner. One of his eyes has a genetic defect, but it doesn't slow him down. He's active and sweet and really wants a new home. He's so affectionate and just a love bug. Please visit planospoliticalhippo.com to check Zeus out and hopefully find the perfect dog for you.
Mm-hmm. You can click on the button Pit Bulls for Adoption to see Zeus's bio. That is all for today, folks. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you liked this episode, and we hope you did. This is Esther.
And this is Ruth.
For Plano's Political Pitbull, signing off.